This guy is weird. I'm just gonna ignore him.
太慢也死，所以
You know how hard our relationship has been, right? Hi guys, I'm Joanna.
Hello， 我是 Terrence。
So as you can see, today's video is very casual. There's pretty much no structure to this video. Yeah, I know he doesn't want to do this video.
我觉得这个 video 应该会很多人要看哦，对不对？因为全部都很那些问题都很 sensitive 的。
Yeah, so basically we have been together for close to 4 years now, and this here is Rusty. Rusty is already 8 years old. So today's video, we'll be asking each other some questions, some personal questions, some sensitive questions, which he's like, you know, he doesn't want to answer, I know that, but let's just have fun, okay?
我觉得全部女生都是喜欢问这种怪怪的问题的，所以今天我会答一些很多怪怪的问题咯。
Yeah, so I think one of the things that you notice about our relationship is that in a way we're bilingual. So my first language is English, whereas Terence's first language is?
是华语。
Yeah, so that's the reason why we're doing this video bilingual as well. So I think it'll be fun for both our audience to hear us speaking in English and also Mandarin.
对对对。
Okay, so are you ready?
OK， 我已经准备好了。
So this goes 4 years back, right?
应该是不可能现在嘛。
He was the one that actually messaged me on Instagram to begin with, and this was back in December 2017. I think at that time, yeah, you had a bicycle accident, remember?
对对对对对。
So he had a bicycle accident, he was in the hospital, I guess he was bored. Correct? You were bored, there was nothing to do, you were recovering for what, 2 weeks to 1 month?
你看他这样讲，我都不知道讲打什么，我不知道讲什么了。
But that's the truth. And then he messaged me on Instagram, and I honestly I can't remember. I think he was commenting on one of my stories. So I was like, oh, this guy is weird. I'm just gonna ignore him, which I did.
其实呢，我不是因为这样子而message 他的，我认识他是从我们的一个 apps 啊，有一个 apps 里面告他也是其中一个运动员，然后我是从那边就已经认识他的，所以我才会 message 他，我不会突然间不认识一个人这样子去 message 他，然后就问他一些东西 comment 他一些东西，不是的，是我们在一个 apps 我已经知道他是属于人的啊，然后过后我才从那边开始慢慢要了解他更多，我就 message 他啊，问他东西啊这样子。
So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. So we got to know each other from a fitness app that we were involved in. So he messaged me. Long story short, I ignored it. And then I think he commented on another video a few months later. I ignored it as well. And then one day he's like, oh, do you want to work out together? I'm like, no. Because I find it weird, you know, a stranger, in a way it's someone you know, but you don't know that person, asking you whether you want to work out with him. And I'm like, no. And then eventually 6 months later, only then we decided to meet up. Yeah.
其实我就是说，比如说我要去吃饭是不可能的嘛，所以我就想，哎，不然我们一起work out，因为我们都是有同样的兴趣。从那边其实我想更了解他，对我想更了解他，是因为我知道他也是一个fitness 里面的一个公众人物，所以我是说想更了解他，不可能你不认识他，哎，我们吃饭怎么可能啊？对我是把这一个带入话题说，哎，要不要我们一起训练啊，还是什么这样子类似的东西？所以呢，从他那边讲出来是另外一个故事的哦。我的出发点就这么简单，但是给他讲到很像很复杂。
But I don't think we're even answering the question, okay? The question was what was the question? I mean, I think it was in a way our first proper date, because the first time I met him, I actually took another guy friend out.
对，不是一次两次。
Yeah, so the first time we met each other, I actually took another guy friend out. So I wouldn't consider that our date. I think our first proper date was in Starbucks, where he was prepping for his competition. So he actually cooked, you know, his meal prep, and then he cooked my meal prep as well.
就顺便煮给他一份而已啦。
Right. 青菜, yeah, right. He actually made me this egg salmon wrap. Remember? Look at him, he's shy. He's shy. So I would say it was his cooking. Yeah. What about you? You haven't answered the question.
如果我觉得他令我对他印象深刻，就是说让我觉得有魅力的地方，我觉得是第一，他是一个很 consistent 在运动方面，因为我觉得 我的另一半就本来就是要就是说 healthy look 啊，然后都是会有经常 keep 着这一个 lifestyle 的，因为我觉得这样子才跟我的这个 gap 就不会太远嘛。所以我觉得他的这个让我 attract 到他的让他 attract 到我的地方，我觉得他是一个在于有运动的那个讲习惯啊对，我觉得最大是这一边哦，对。
Good job. I think for me is that we are very supportive towards each other. I think that's a very important thing in a relationship is that, I know he has his goals and dreams that he wants to achieve, especially in the bodybuilding industry, so I'm very supportive towards him. And in return, he's also very supportive towards me, in terms of my work, my career, everything that I do, including running my own company as well. So I think that is one of the biggest thing that I love most about our relationship is that we're always supportive towards each other and we're never putting each other down or not understanding each other. Yeah.
其实我要讲的东西，他已经帮我讲应该有78%了，因为我觉得我们在一起就是他很 support 我 ，OK， 在我的 journey， 然后我也很 support 他，因为感觉就是我们的走的路就是很相像的，就是说。在这个 fitness industry 里面的。
I think that's very important because sometimes no matter how good you are in your career, but if you don't have a supportive partner, that person can always pull you down. So in this regard, we don't have that issue. We're always trying to lift each other up, trying to understand each other, trying to see how can we help each other to be better. So yeah.
我不需要讲了，他帮我讲完了。OK， 如果3个的话，那让我想一下。OK， 很
自。I need to think one 啊。
你看，太慢也死。所以这样这个问题是非常 sensitive 的，打也死，不打也死。那其实是有的。如果3个的话，我觉得我喜欢他的其中一个点就是他做东西很积极，就是说很积极，就是说要做他一定会做，然后很有 planning 这是我喜欢的一个点。第二呢，就是他对于一些，我们就讲这个啦，就讲这个东西啦，这个 OK，
这个宝贝 OK，
他就会会比如说放很多的心机在他喜欢的东西上，就动物，但是不是完全动物啊 ，OK， 我们家还有鱼啊、小鸟那些，只是这一个长毛的这一个东西，他会专心的去顾它而已啊，所以他会 ，of course， 他会就是说每次很定时的去买一些 supplement 啊，一些食物啊，还是一些东西要准备给他吃，因为他都是要煮给他吃的，不是只放狗粮的，所以一直要很长时间。我觉得这个是一个责任感，对责任感方面，对也是他有在的责任感跟这个上进心、责任感，还有就是还有一个是什么？让我想一想，还有一个，惨了，还应该想一下。
I only have two.
OK， 我想一下先，让他讲一下。
I only have two. I'm upset right now. So for him, I think one thing about him that I really love is that he has a very big heart. So a lot of people see that he's a big guy, but actually they don't realize that he also has a very big heart. What I mean by that is that he really pays attention to all the small details. He cares about, whether I've eaten, how am I at work, if I have a long filming day, he would ask me, am I tired? He would, care about how I'm feeling on that day itself. And it's not just something that, you do on occasionally, but it's something that he does regularly. So that's something that, I think it's a big quality, and not just to me, but he would do that to his family members as well. His mother, his father and his sister, which I think it tells me what kind of person he is. If he can treat his family right, then he can treat me right. So I think that's a number one really important quality. And number two for me is, obviously, I believe everyone has goals and dreams. But with him, he has his goals and dreams, and he will, make sure that he goes after it. No matter how long it takes him, he's very consistent, he will put in the hard work, and he will, work hard and achieve it no matter how long it takes. So it's not a matter of, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, it's not working out, oh, I'll give up. No, it's about consistency, it's about discipline, it's about, trying to be better and keep doing it until, you achieve success. And even if you achieve success, you will still continue to see how you can improve on yourself. Yeah, so should I answer the third one? You have the third one now?
What a question.
What are the 3 qualities, not 2? I don't know how to say this, but I feel that I have, a partner with me. Not a partner that's against me. I think that's a very important quality. We're always there to support each other. So I think that's a very important quality. I know that I have someone with me on my side all the time, always. Whether it's in terms of relationship, whether it's in terms of responsibility, whether it's in terms of direction, I know that I have a partner with me.
要讲多少个呢？
Wow! Excuse me. So now
Okay,
you have 2, 3, 5, 6, 10 things that you can't say about me, is it? Qualities you can only say 2.
OK， 我先讲，他每天回家的时候呢，就把袜子丢在地上。
Hey!
OK，
You can't tell people that. That's a secret.
每一天 OK，
That's the
最
only
不能
thing
够
I
忍受。第二，他每一次喝的杯都没有洗的，所以你来我的家的时候啊，你就会看到在living room 有一个在那个看戏的那一边有一个，厨房有一个，所以你到处都可以看到杯子啊，他不洗杯的。OK。
Okay, I have to defend myself. It's because when you're working from home, you work at one spot, you drink tea, and then you're like, oh, okay, now it's like time to change spot. I'm sure you're the same, okay? Change spot to the dining area.
So every spot got one glass.
Then you drink coffee on that spot, and then you're like, okay, I need to stretch a little bit. I go to another spot.
那是对的，是吧？每一个 spot 都要放一个杯，其实是对的。
Okay, my turn. One thing I can't stand about him is that he always sleeps damn late. Correct or not?
没有啊，1 o'clock OK 吗？
Except 1 o'clock is okay. He will always tell his student, oh, sleep early, it's gonna affect, your body is gonna affect your performance. And next thing he's gonna be like sleeping at 1 o'clock or 2 a.m. So I really can't stand that about him. I used to sleep at, I would say 10 to 11 p.m. In the beginning of our relationship, I did force him. It's like, come on, let's sleep at 11 p.m. And then he'll be like, forcing himself to like close his eyes, but he'll be like looking at his phone. And eventually, I sort of like give in a little bit. So now it's like, 12 to 1 a.m.
OK， 我 defend 先。
What's the difference?
如果 competition period 的话，我是的确会早睡的。是说我还没有 competition， 我就会比较迟一点睡，12点1点这样子。OK。
Don't tell your student to sleep early, okay?
I want to defend a bit.
Always when it comes to good things, right, I have to answer first. Bad things, right, he has, lots of bad things to talk about. One of the few small things is that, I like how he still kisses me every morning and every night. Because if I go to bed early, he will come in and like, give me like lots of kisses, sometimes disturb my sleep. And in the morning as well. So that's one, small things that I think people take for granted, but I mean, he did it in the beginning of the relationship, and I did actually say to him, this will only last for like a few months, it won't last for long. But he's still doing it 4 years later, so yeah, so that's something I appreciate. And with Rusty, I like how he treats Rusty. He's very gentle towards Rusty. He would like, talk to Rusty at night to put him to sleep, and he would talk to Rusty in the morning. God knows what he says to him, but
不要乱讲，因为他听不明白。
Yeah, but I appreciate that. And another thing is that I know to some people this might be weird, and I know he doesn't like to do it, but I like it. Is that okay? So I'm one person who doesn't like to eat apple because I find it hard to bite into the hard apple. Okay. And what he will do for me is that he will bite a big chunk out, and then he'll pass it to me. So that's something that he does, which I know is funny, but yeah.
OK， 如果我的话呢，我喜欢就是早上起来的时候有早餐 ，OK， 就是说他会弄早餐给我吃， 因为他比较早醒的，因为他每天7点多8点就起来，会可能做好自己工作的东西，所以他一定会早起过我一点，除非我早上可能很早要有学生啊，我才会早起的，不然的话他会早起过我一点的。OK， 所以早上起来我喜欢有早餐吃，对，就是说他会弄鸡蛋那一些咯，就是有早餐的，我喜欢这一点咯，对。然后还有第二呢，我很喜欢的就是，其实这个东西是我每天，而且我觉得我有一点点我不能够说我是 OCD， 但是我觉得我都是会比较喜欢干净的，所以我喜欢一个点就是有时候他会vacuum 家里那些，这是我很在意的，因为我觉得这以前都是我在做的，因为可能我 OCD 啦，你可以这样说啦，我就是喜欢干净，因为我们家里比如说有它就很多毛了，坦白说的。然后我还有小鸟那一些，小鸟都也会很肮脏。如果是说你没有把家弄干净的话呢，那家就很像那个动物园这样的。所以我蛮注意这个就是家里的卫生那一些。所以我也是看到它 vacuum 家那些，是我觉得我很开心的。
So me, he likes me doing housework.
对。OK， 如果是说你觉得我现在最怕的东西是什么呢？我觉得，我们就讲在我的工作啦，在我的 journey 啦，我觉得我最怕的东西呢，就是在于manage 我的这个最新的这个TNT Fitness， 然后第二呢就是我的这个比赛。我觉得有时候另一半呢，如果是说他不 support 我在这个 journey， 比如说我在我TNT 的这个 fitness 的这个 journey 怎样去 manage， 或者在我这个比赛的这一个 journey 这个路程呢，如果是说他不帮我也没关系，但是我最怕的一样东西就是他会 drag 我下来。如果是说一直以来我都朝向着我要去比赛的那一条路，其实刚开始我是一个人走，但是真的很辛苦，对，很辛苦，因为没有人明白，也没有人看到，所以呢。现在有可能他的加入，他的这种他的出现，对他的出现，我觉得我最大的安慰就是他能够就是不断没有 drag 我下来，他还能够帮我，所以我觉得我最怕的是那样的东西，但是就是有他的出现，他能够反而在帮助我在我的这个道路走得更加的顺畅，对，所以我的害怕是那个，所以他有他的介入就是。他这边都能够在后尾支持我，他不但没有 drag 我，他还支持我，所以我觉得这个是一个很好的、很安慰的，对。
哇 ，OK， I think for me it's something more personal. I think my biggest fear, I'm gonna be really honest, and he knows about it as well, is that
也是信任啊，我觉得应该。
I'm gonna cry, man. Don't talk. I mean, okay, sorry. You know how hard our relationship has been, right? By not having the support of, I guess in a way, my mom. I'm sorry.
我觉得这是很敏感的话题啦，我觉得。That's why 我在讲这个话题，我就想把它讲在我的事业，我不敢讲这些东西。
Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna be really honest. Okay, I mean, our relationship hasn't been easy. It's because, I mean, the thing with us is that we came from different upbringings in the sense that, obviously. One thing my parents has always taught me is that, they have always taught me to, chase after your career, chase after your dreams, do well in your studies, all that kind of things. And so I guess my whole life, that's what I have been doing, do well in your studies, get this scholarship, pursue your dreams, pursue your career, whatnot. And that's my upbringing. With Terrence's upbringing, it's different because he came from, in a way, a broken family. His parents are divorced. He didn't have the guidance from his mom. He was brought up by his dad. He didn't have a mother figure, or he didn't have the proper family structure of, telling you to study hard and all that. So whereas he's very good in sports, So he grew up from a family where there's no, guidance, and he only did what he knew. So long story short, he is who he is today. It's not because of, getting good grades, good results, good scholarship. It's not because of that. He is who he is today because of, he went through the hard way, discovered what he's good at, and really had to fight his way up. So what I'm trying to say is, sometimes our parents not our parents, more like my parents, can be very judgmental. They can be very judgmental in the sense that, my mom can look down on Terrence in terms of, his upbringing and basically his upbringing and, even where he is right now. She doesn't see, where he came from, his past, and who he is today. She just see how he is, from a broken family, a guy that has no security in a way. You know what I mean? So because of that, it has been very hard on our relationship to not have that support. And he knows, right from the beginning, and obviously he's hurt. But in a way, he knows that you can't, force someone to respect you, or you can't force someone to like you, or not be judgmental towards you. You can only earn their respect through time. So, that's what he has been doing. That's what he's been trying to do, and he has never been disrespectful towards my parents ever. It's ridiculous when you think about it. I know a lot of people won't get it, but he's from a Chinese educated family. I'm from an English educated family. Even little things like that, even different religious background, all these little things, it's a big deal. It's hard when your family is just like, like showing attitude or, not being supportive. And in a way, I know what my mom or my parents are doing is not right. So I shouldn't, you can't blindly just listen when you know that what you have with each other, is strong, yeah. It's true what people think doesn't matter, but what your family thinks matter to a certain extent. That's the thing.
我个人认为，可能身为人家的父母啦，我觉得可能他的父母也没有错，我这样觉得，因为也身为人家的父母，我觉得他是希望他的可能他的女儿啊也好，他的儿子也好，找到好的另一半。所以如果想站在他妈妈的那边父母的角度呢，我觉得 OK 啊，我觉得没有错。但是唯一我可以讲的就是我不会做给人家看，我会做给自己看。所以就这样，我永远抱着这样子一个心态，就是我不会因为你要我留长发我就留长发，我不剪光头这不可能的，我会做回我自己。那至于你怎么样来 judge 我其实我 OK 的，所以我觉得做好自己，对，就是这样。
Yeah.
就是应该你最怕的东西，是吧？
Obviously, you always want your family to, love your partner love your partner. I understand, if you're like a drug addict or if you're like a, alcoholic or a gambler, I understand all that. But this is not even that. This is literally like, judging someone because, they're from a broken family, judging someone because their family is not rich, judging someone because that person is less educated, or different religion, or, being unstable because he's an athlete. In my opinion, it's silly judgments that we should never place onto, a person or any human being ever. Yeah.
OK， 如果是说你讲，在我的父母我可以学到的东西呢，我觉得我的家庭是真的很简单的。怎么说简单呢？打个比方，如果今天我带什么朋友回来呢，我妈妈都会讲，好，我爸爸也是讲好，就是这么简单。为什么？因为 trust， 我爸爸妈妈很相信我的，我家庭就这么简单。对，然后我可以跟他们学的东西呢，就是简单，当然有些东西是很复杂的，但是他们都会很简单的话去面对。就是说我的父母他们，比如说就是可以学到他们身上的东西，就是他们都会礼貌。对，我们出来就是不管看到谁都要教，就是说我从小就灌输了这一个点，就是说礼貌，不管看到谁人都要教。对，这是我觉得 可以能够保持下去，就算是教育下一代都能够做的就是礼貌，看到谁都要叫啊，要尊重老人啊，要什么，这是我家里人从小就灌输的，对，就是我爸爸妈妈，对，都是这样子的。然后还有可以跟他们学习到的就是我爸爸妈妈的人都很随便，对他们都很随和，然后他们就是说最主要儿女全部健康，其实都 OK 了的，就是这么简单。对他也不需要说我们哇好像赚大钱什么最主要是全部开心健康。所以我从我家里学到的东西呢，其实就是简单，对，就是很简单的，就是没有很复杂，就是这样。
So basically, with Terrence, his family is very simple. Yeah, everything is simple, which is an important quality to have in life. I think with my family on the flip side, my family, they are goal-getters. So if they, set a goal, what they want in life, they will always strive to achieve it. So that's one thing that I've learned from my family, which I also think that is an important quality. Don't just talk and not, take any action. So whatever you want in your life, don't just say you want this, you want that, you want this, but you never take any action or take any initiative to, go for it or fight for it. So that's one thing that, I learned. And I think another thing that, we can learn from both our family as well is that most of the times, parents would teach us about, education, career, whatnot. But sometimes what they fail to teach us is how to build, how to maintain and build a healthy and solid relationship as well. How to love, pretty much. I think that's one thing that, I think both our family can teach us to do better.
那他有好的，就刚刚说到，就是说，我的家里就是说，像跟他的不一样的地方呢，相反的就是，他的可能父母会教育他，你不是说你有什么目标啊，你要去 achieve 啊那一些东西的。我的家里就是我们的教育就也没有这样子哦，没有说啊，但是你一定要这样啊，你运动很好对吗？你一定要去运动啊，就要去嘲笑你这一个健身的这一个 industry 那一些啊，就完全都没有的。就是说你喜欢打球啊，我就放你去打球啊；你喜欢游泳啊，就放你去游泳。那你喜欢什么啊？就是很随缘的，没有说讲一个方向。像他的可能就很明显，就是说你要有好的生活，你一定要读好书啊，你一定要工作啊，你有什么目标你就要去 achieve 啊。像我家就其实都很简单，简单到这些都没有。这个是反而要跟他学习的，对。
My first wish is that I want Rusty to live forever, but I know it. No lah. On a serious note, I think I do want him to live as long as he can, at least 15 years. Can or not? Can ah? At least 15 years ah.
OK， 比如说我们先讲 career 的小吧，我是希望我能够第一个，对哦，踏上这个舞台 ，which is 我已经 reach 到了，那我就希望可以把这个bodybuilding 的 industry 在马来西亚，就是说这个风趣给带起来，这个是我希望的，这是我第一个 wish 哦，就是说然后number 2
I guess my second wish is more personal in the sense that I want our family to be fully integrated. Yeah, fully accepting of each other and just really fully integrated and happy and can go on holidays together and whatnot. Yeah.
对了。
The final thing is I want to go and see narwhal. He knows what I'm talking about.
你们知道什么是 narwhal 吗？那我跟你们说，就是 unicorn， 但是那个鱼 unicorn 的那个，对他每次一直告诉我他要去看这个鱼。
Yeah, it's definitely something on our bucket list. It's not cheap. It's like what, 10,000 to 15,000 USD per person. So
我就每年带他去看，在我们这边看我鱼缸的鱼啊，或者他去看我钓鱼啊。第三个呢，我觉得我看到了啦，因为可能随着我的年纪增长，跟我的 parents 年纪全部都增长，这一点让我看到的东西呢，就是我觉得是时间。对，我不能这么伟大讲，我希望可以让时间停顿下来，那个是不可能的东西。那我可以希望一样东西就是， 让我的 parents 啊，Joanna 的 parents 啊，就是我们就是让他们其实不需要太很富有，但是我觉得一个东西比富有还要重要，就是健康。对我现在我蛮珍惜，就是跟我家人啊，可能Joanna我都会尽量的回家陪家人什么，就是就是说spend 更多的时间跟家人，因为我觉得他们都会老去，所以最重要的是时间，还有更多的时间陪他们我希望就是他们可以很健康。对，这是我的最简单的这个什么。
Okay, guys, so that is the end of, getting to know us on a deeper level. It's not an easy video to film. It's not easy to, open up
我
yourself.
很反对拍这个东西，我不知道出这个问题是要问我嘞，还是问什么东西，还是他自己要表达一些东西。
I mean, he's like nervous doing this video as well, because, on social media, we always see other people, or even when you look at us, you think it's all happy, it's all fun, it's all like yay, we have a great
对，
relationship.
就所谓华语一句话就是家家有本难念的经，每个人都有自己的一些问题，对。
But the reality is that there are issues that everybody has to deal with, and so
工作的问题啊，relation 的问题啊，家庭的问题啊，对。
But saying that, I mean, I believe that we will only go stronger from here on. I think that, I mean, I know that time, will prove how much we love each other, and that, and that everything will heal and become better. I have, a lot of love for him, so he's like, look, and he's just smiling like.
讲出口呢，男神跟女神的区别就讲嘛，我很爱你，我很爱你，每天爱。
Typical Asian guy. All right, guys. So let us know what if you have any other questions, and we love to hear your thoughts. Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go on to his channel and hit the subscribe button as well.
对，我们下一期再见。
Bye.
不要，不要。
He's like, no. He doesn't want to kiss. He's shy. See, he's the shy one.